Hello everyone and welcome to Winter Moon Games. My name is Chris. No, your screen is not frozen. Today I'm coming at you again with another Sekiro Shadows Die Twice boss strategy. Now this is my strategy. This is not the best strategy. It's just some tips and tricks on how I learned to fight some of the most difficult bosses in the game. Now, this is the Guardian Ape in the Sunken Valley. He gave me a lot of trouble. He probably killed me the most of all the bosses up until near the end of the game. He killed me probably 50 times. I'm not going to lie, he destroyed me. Now, it's all about learning his moveset like in other boss fights and learning his tells and deflecting. You can deflect nearly everything he throws at you. Now, he does have a few attacks that are really difficult to dodge, but you really want to try and not be greedy, again, and just land a few hits. This thrash attack that he does on the ground, you can wait till he's just about up again and we get a few hits on him, but you want to try and stay away. If you dodge toward near his legs, you can pretty much get away from it and you won't get hit by it. His farting and his poop throw, yes, that's exactly what he does. He farts on you and throws his poop. It does poison damage. It's not really that hard to dodge. The poop throw takes a little bit of practice, but you really want to kind of dive out of the way a little bit sooner than you might think you have to. Again, it's all about just learning his moveset. This sweep attack that he does, you want to jump over it. Once you learn it, it's pretty easy to dodge. But you definitely don't want to get hit by it because it will almost certainly kill you. The poop attack is pretty common in this fight. He doesn't do it all that often. I mean, in the previous fights I played this guy, he probably did it, once or twice. He does leave himself open for you to grapple him occasionally and close the gap and get a few hits on him. He's going to sweep attack here, just jump over it. That thing wrecked me a bunch of times. He does have one other mirrored counter where he kind of like dives and rolls, at least in this first phase, and yes, you will get a second phase. You can get him to a crippled state like I just did and wail on him a bit, and he'll kind of retreat. There's that roll attack I was talking about. You want to not get hit by that. That will definitely kill you. You just want to try and time it and dive out of the way of it. He's going to throw his poop again. That one hit me. I don't think I'd ever want to be hit by that giant poop. That would probably be pretty painful and stinky. He does kill me once, but I just revived and came back. You're going to want to hang on to as much health as possible, because the second phase of this fight, it's very misleading. They make you think that you beat him, but there's a second phase. It's not as bad as it looks, but it is tricky if you don't know what to do. So again, dodging that thrash attack down by his foot and coming in for a few hits towards the end. If you have the Shinobi Firecracker tool, it makes this fight a lot easier. You can use it to stun him, he'll fall down, get a few more hits on him. Use it as much as you can in the first phase because you won't be able to use it in the second phase. It definitely makes the fight a little bit more tolerable. Now, the second time you use the Firecrackers to stun him, he's going to do a different kind of stagger. Now, you'll notice here, I'm going to use them again in a second, just kind of dodging and waiting on his spastic attacks. He goes up in the air for this one, and then he falls down. That land will damage you if you're not careful. So the first time you usually do it, you're fine. Now here we go. I use the Shinobi Death Blow, kill him. Now when I first fought this guy, he had killed me at this point probably 30 times. I was like, finally, I beat him, and I couldn't believe when he got back up. So when the Guardian Ape does come back from the dead, he's going to have his severed head in his hand and a sword. He does a lot more kind of strange type of attacks. They're not that hard to dodge or block, contrary to what I'm doing here. That one where he kind of lunges across the ocean at you. Now this one right here is a terror attack. You don't want to be near that attack at all. As much as you possibly can help it, do everything in your power to get away from that terror attack. It will destroy you, and it will destroy you very quickly. Now his attacks do a lot of posture damage. You're looking for that big attack that he does over his head. He does this combo. It's kind of a little bit tricky to draw out. You have to kind of wait till he's ready to do it. He does do a sweep mirrored counter that's pretty difficult to dodge if you're not careful and you're not looking for it. Again, you cannot block or dodge that terror attack. It's one of the most devastating terror attacks I think in the entire game, other than what you get from other headless enemies, of course. But you want to be really mindful of that terror attack, as it will end the fight quick. He goes up really high. He stands like on his tippy toes, and then he smashes down on you and he falls to the ground. That's when you can get the most hits in on him. It's all about patience. Now, once you wail on him, get away, because he's almost certainly going to counterattack you with that terror attack. You don't want to be in range of that. That one where he lunges across the lake is actually a really easy attack to dodge / block. And this combo where he does all these weird drunken movements, again, it's all about learning when to time, you know, what he's hitting you with. And you want to make sure you're keeping an eye out for that last hit, because that's going to be how you win this fight. Once you've mastered how to block that over-the-head swing that he does at you, you will end this fight very quickly. And again, you just want to keep making sure this terror attack, it wrecked me early on. It always hit me. In this fight here, it didn't hit. I think it hit me once towards the end, once or twice. But that thing was destroying me, and I was just because I was getting too close. And similar to other fights, here's another big attack. Block that thing, knock him down, wail on him. Again, you want to keep doing that as much as possible. Similar to other fights that use terror, you're probably not going to get a chance to use any kind of pacifying agent on this thing to reduce your terror. So just stay away from it. It's not going to be worth your time. Believe me, I've tried. That one I didn't block, and when you don't block that one, it's really annoying because it makes the fight go on even longer. Again, all about this guy, he's not that bad. He's actually easier in some ways in his second form. So you really want to try and make sure that you're just watching for his tells, dodging his attacks, and staying out of that terror circle. You'll probably have to deflect that big over-the-head swing, I don't know, 4 or 5 times before you kill him. So you want to make sure that you're keeping yourself not too close to him, but close enough so that you're ready to deflect that big hit. It's a really easy hit to deflect in time. I think the first time I did it, I figured it out, and it was very satisfying. Once you learn how to do it, it changes the whole thing. And yeah, he killed me again. I'm not counting it, though, because I had a res, so I'm coming right back. I'm down to 3 heals. Again, one of those fights where you want to make sure in the first phase you don't use any of your healing resources if you can all help it. You can bring posture candy and sugars into this fight if you want. I don't recommend it. It didn't make much of a difference to me, in all honesty. It really is just about deflecting and timing things right. You see the terror hit me there, and it did a fair amount of damage. It already took my bar halfway up, and I was barely in it. I got out of it fast. He almost had me in this fight, and every now and then he catches me in that terror circle. He almost got me again there. It's again, you want to make sure you're trying to stay close, but not opening yourself up to that attack. I can't stress enough to stay away from that terror attack. It really will make or break this fight for you, more than anything else. If you get hit by that terror attack, you're almost certain to die. And there you have it. The Guardian Ape has been slain. Now, I'm going to mention a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear this spoiler, you can stop this video now, and thank you for watching. The spoiler is that you will fight the Guardian Ape a second time in the poison pool area. However, this time he brings his wife or girlfriend, or whatever you want to call it, and you fight them together. I'm going to be doing a video on how to defeat the dual apes in another video, so be looking for that one next time. Thank you again for watching. My name is Chris, and please hit that subscribe and like button. Thanks a lot.